Good evening, all, and welcome back to another episode of the podcast downstairs. We're just three weirdos locked in a basement that love horror movies. We got a lot to say about it. But we'll get to that in a second. First, I want to go, hey, it's our 10th episode. How cool is that?
We're official.
Right?
We've always been official, but...
Oh, we're dating now. You're stuck with us.
Move to the next stage.
I think we should move in together. Please.
I got carabiners.
Get the U-Haul!
First of all, I love your intro. It was very like dog hanging head out of window.
I get that a lot, actually.
Not so much on just the audio, but on video, you're going to be able to see your...
Which you
also,
can find
I want to
on
point out that I did that without reading my intro.
Which you can find us on YouTube to see the face live.
Ooh. It's also 3D. No, we haven't worked that out yet.
Yeah.
We might have a 3D episode someday. That'll be cool. Right? We'll just do it in weird colors.
Yeah.
We have a lot to say about that, but first we're going to go around the table and introduce ourselves. Be afraid. Be very afraid. It is spooky season. Everyone is entitled to a good scare, so don't fall asleep. Say my name 5 times in the mirror. I am the Pumpkin King. And I'm Glenn.
I've got that summertime sadness, but I can't wait to fall into what we have coming next. I'm Claudio.
And I am one of the many fall children, Joe. But I wish I could like get the new Davey Havoc beard hair ensemble. Over
Yeah,
for that
and look
fall
like
children,
a dirty, crusty old hippie man that sells jewelry in his van.
/ Giuseppe from whatever season of British Bake Off.
Yes.
Oh my.
Yes.
Both very, accomplished craftsmen. As are we. As we are working hard to, on this night, who knows,
We can't
about saying goodbye to summer and hello to fall and the rest of the year in terms of the movies that we're looking forward to.
Absolutely. We're officially in spooky season. We are living in it now. It's getting cold, leaves are getting crunchy, the air's getting a little damp, and I love it. Today, we're going to be giving a farewell, a hug and a kiss to summer, and we're saying hello to our old friend fall. We're going to be rounding up some of the releases from the past year, and we're also going to be introducing some new movies that are coming out on the horizon. Stuff to look forward to. I might be breaking immersion by saying this, but we are recording this before this has happened, so some of these movies might already be out, and you're definitely going to the theater and spending money to watch them.
So hopefully as you see them,
theaters.
you can come revisit us and enjoy the conversation.
100%. If you saw the movies that we are talking about that haven't come out yet and you're a time traveler, you're a witch, come back and tell us if they were any good.
And if we miss any that you're really excited about, also let us know, because we don't have the encyclopedia to the world, but we'd be more than happy to dive into more horror that we may not have touched on.
Absolutely. We have socials. Reach out to us there.
Later, we'll be getting into the gentlemen of the season.
Yes.
Oh, yes. Last episode we talked about the queens, and now we have our glossary of kings to go through and see.
Our nominations.
I didn't know how much we wanted to mention up the top, but that's what we have to look forward to.
Yeah.
It's going to be a fun one.
For sure.
So to kick things off, we can fly through Q1, Q2. I feel like we've talked about it a bit, but Q1, Q2, quarters throughout the year. This is corporate speak for.
No.
It's new to me. I've never worked corporate, so this is corporate speak.
It was just so I heard from, well, in a former life, I had a wife. I don't, it's been years. We haven't been out of this basement in I don't know how long.
It's been 84
but once upon a time, she did numbers corporate work, and so I have heard that term before, but I didn't ever hear it like in the context necessarily. Like sometimes with Hollywood Reporter type reporting stuff. But then when you brought up Q1, Q2, when you're just like generating your list, I was like, whoa, look
Hollywood reporting.
Look out for this
This
financial
is Claudio
banker
coming
over
in with
here.
the Q1 report of the horror movies of the year.
I just pictured you with like a green visor, just like on the typewriter. or
Now I
whatever.
have to.
As you're,
Yes.
adding up numbers, business.
But
Yeah,
a
so if
lot
you
of
guys wanna-
classics in
Yeah.
Q1, Q2.
There were some new things that did a lot of really cool
a lot
stuff.
of original horror.
Yeah.
We did touch on, so watch those episodes
Yeah,
before
why
this
don't we
one.
jump into?
Well, so I like pointing out how silly time is, right? And like a lot of things came out
it's
earlier in the
super.
year, but a lot of them, especially in the horror realm, with independent stuff too, and various streaming whatever rights. You don't necessarily get to see it until like 6 months down the line. Like for instance, I think The Monkey came out in February. I didn't see it until like I don't know what June or whatever.
Yeah, it came into Hulu.
Freaky Tales was another like kind of late one where I think it was officially released in the U.S. in April, but like I didn't get to it until I don't know May or July or something like that.
That one's still on my list.
Presence, Ugly Stepsister, Friendship, Megan 2.0, not all necessarily horrors, but things that were like on everyone's radar around
sure.
the spring, which just I feel like took a while to kind of trickle down. But I enjoyed all of those very much. And then of course we talked about Bring Her Back, Final Destination Bloodlines 20 years later.
Ugly stepsister.
We did cover that as well as Weapons, and I really like Cloud, the
I still have to watch that. After you talked about it, I was like, I need to put that on my radar.
Yeah.
I was talking it up to a co-worker recently, saying how like the first half like almost kind of lulls you into a false sense of security before things pop off. But
That's the totally legit copy that you bought from a distributor, yes.
it is in no way. It was just a good discount at $10 cash. No.
We
no
got
big
him. We got him. Move.
deal. No receipts necessary.
A lot of other neat things that came out. I did mine like month by month. So like at the beginning of June, which is my Q3, there was The Ritual.
Start of Q3, right?
Yeah, start of Q3. Ritual, Al Pacino, Dan Stevens, Exorcism movie.
I was gonna say I got 3 things to say about that.
At the same time, Predator, Killer of Killers came out.
Unironically, hoo-ah!
The Shudder movie, Dangerous Animals.
Which I think is
Good day.
as the day of recording this, I think is now on Shudder. if I'm not
Correct.
mistaken.
Yes.
Yeah.
And like, listen, this is my one time I'm gonna be gay on main for now. But like those promo pictures of Jay Courtney, I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna put this on my watch list. And then every time it's there, I'm like, I get it, fine. It's already on the list.
Feed me to a shark.
We already talked about like 20 years later, Megan 2.0. July had the incredibly esteemed I Know What You Did Last Summer.
I was gonna say that was gonna be on my list of mentions that I did not enjoy quite nearly so much.
And then August had Together, Weapons. Strange Harvest was one I was really excited about. It's like an occult, serial killer mockumentary style. So it's hitting a lot of buttons for me. Still waiting for that to get on a streaming service. Hell House Lineage, the next thing from that series.
Looking forward to seeing what they do with that, yeah.
For sure. And then ending August with Toxic Avenger.
Love.
So yeah, a lot of hits, a lot of maybe misses. Who's to say?
What were you calling them? Slays or nays?
Yes, yeah. So, yeah, I mentioned my summer slays that I enjoyed, my summer nays, or just things that like were earlier in the year. Like for example, like
Quit horsing around and tell us.
Drop and Together, Death of a Unicorn, Borderline, Opus, Clown on a Cornfield, Ash, and Until Dawn. Like all 7 of those were like various like spring through summer-ish releases that I just like either felt were incredibly fine or just like borderline offensive. Like none of those things landed for me. And we can talk more about them when we get there. But were there any other things you wanted to kind of throw onto the menu before we're diving in, or were we looking at like summer first and then?
I mean, I listed
Having a
all the
deeper
things.
dive before getting into fall.
Yeah, we'll tackle our
Let's
summer
let's
first.
dive back into summer of like what slayed, what nay. Before we get to fall, yeah.
Wilbur! That is a dated reference.
I don't know. We've been here so long. Oh, that's all we have.
It's just reruns of Mr. Ed for not watching new movies.
So yeah, for sure. What are some of the nays? Or you just said your nays.
Your
Yeah,
slaves.
but and then there were like things that have came out, but like Dangerous Animals still haven't seen, but looking forward to it maybe this weekend. The Ritual, I can't wait to finally like put my eyes on that, like what must be a real bomb, because you don't
Are you
get,
kidding me? It's an instant classic, Joe. What are you talking about?
you don't get Al Pacino and Dan Stevens in Exorcist remake or whatever they're
It's
whatever it is.
it's a rehash of a remake of a rehash of a remake.
And like I don't know if anyone outside of the three of us even knows it exists. Like that in itself is hilarious to me. So
Yeah.
I can't wait to
Yeah.
eventually watch that. And then things that were like kind of just like whatever, like The Woman in the Yard. Like people saw it, didn't light anything on fire. No
yeah, it
one
had
really
a
cared.
super light impact as far as I understand.
Whereas like I don't know if that's just because it had a wider release and so it was like a slightly bigger disappointment. Whereas like something like Marshmallow, which was like some sort of like slasher spin or something.
Oh, yeah, good with hot chocolate.
Seemed to get like some really good hype because I don't think it had much of a release. So like that kind of balance of like low expectations and not high disappointment, even if they're both kind of like mid thriller horror whatever.
I definitely disserviced myself with that because like looking at the poster for Marshmallow, I'm like, that's the thing. They
I was
did
gonna say, it looks-
they did
yeah.
the thing. But like
I
yeah,
can't remember anything about the premise.
I
but
think it's like it's spun like a sci-fi horror. So I'm like,
okay, yeah, I don't know why I immediately thought slasher,
It's
but
got grounds.
I mean,
It's
unknown
it's got grounds with that. Like, I mean, if you're
unknown man with a weapon in hand.
that's the poster
Yeah,
or whatever. Yeah,
for
but,
sure.
yeah, how are you spitting sci-fi horror with slasher? That's like that could be cool.
I think it would eat.
Yeah, no, I'm sure if we dug deep for a minute, we could find some things that fit that criteria. That'd be funny though.
Mm-hmm.
A sci-fi slasher.
Yeah,
Sci-
So I mean,
slasher.
there like right off the top of my head, there was Freaky, as well as Totally Killer.
True.
Both playing with either body swapping or time
Oh,
travel.
travel.
okay, yeah.
You got Happy Death Days,
yeah.
but like sci-fi slasher. There's of course Jason X. Let those bodies hit the floor.
The best one. He fights an android.
Or he-
Like a killbot. It's sick.
Quality.
and
It's
then he's a
quality.
cyborg at that point.
Yes, he is. He's Uber Jason.
And then I almost watched Eeny Meeny today because I watched Borderline and I'm gonna watch the thing that they're doing that she and Kyle Gallner
Carolina
are doing.
Caroline?
Yeah, I keep swapping, so like I don't even want to say.
I
it.
was
But yeah,
guessing. I think that's
well, 'cause
right.
it's A-E, so Carolina or Carolina, Caroline or Caroline. Sweet Caroline. But whatever, that's gonna be like something we're hyped for, obviously.
That's
So
coming
I
from the
gotta
same
watch Eeny Meeny.
Director as Dinner in America, correct?
Oh, I don't know. Is it?
I think so.
Correct.
Shoot, interesting.
Yeah.
Same guy as
Adam Carter,
Snack Shack too.
Who, Adam?
Yeah.
What's
Yeah.
his name?
Adam Carter Ramir.
Yep.
Got it.
Adam Ramir. I believe his claim to fame was Napoleon Dynamite.
In what capacity? What do you mean?
I think
he didn't
wrote,
write.
No.
You might have co-wrote, right? That was
His
the
first
Hess
thing
brothers, right?
I see is the Bunny Game
Oh.
and Jonas.
I think he worked on it or something. I'm blanking on it.
But yeah. So I almost watched Eeny Meeny today.
Okay.
Because I'm excited
Samara
for
Weaving, right?
all the things that she does.
Okay. Yeah. Well, I mean, obviously.
I'm gonna say did one of the best things in 2024, in my opinion, with Azrael, which is streaming on Hulu.
It was a fresh, something different, not for everybody, but like
Yeah.
it was cool to see like a big swing like that.
A new idea, a take, but still using something that like we've seen the concept of before.
Yeah, the concept is
We've seen a
palatable,
Rapture,
but
but
we're doing
like
something different.
they really dug into the religion, and I thought that was really neat. The monster design was really neat.
Yeah.
It was very not. What's the word I'm thinking of? It wasn't. simple. Well, no, yeah, it was simple enough, but it still relayed exactly what is going on.
It went to show like how much you could strip down something and still get a palatable end product.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was very cool. And the way that they ended it too, with like the choir fucking screams, was sick.
I'm excited to rewatch that.
It's a good spooky season movie for sure.
Oh yeah, especially all the running in the woods. Like it's just very, it's the right background.
So in some of your summer nays,
I was gonna say those were like pretty much all the titles. So if we had nothing else to like mention, I could dive into any of those.
so some of your summer nays, some of that stuck out to me particularly was forgive the pun, but Death of a Unicorn.
Yeah.
And
Oh,
I
stuck
kind
out.
of I kind of tied that one sort of in with two of my other qualms that I had. Was I Know What You Did Last Summer, as well as Clown in a Cornfield.
I know where you're
If we
going
could
with this.
do away with the whole eye roll genre of horror.
You're specifically marketing to what people perceive to be Gen Z. And
Yeah.
The divas are up, Glenn. Get with it.
Yeah.
No, I don't want to get with it. I'm an old man.
You're shaking your hand at the sky.
Cantankerous. No, I'm really sick of it because it just feels like such lazy writing. It feels like such lazy writing, and which is crazy because Clown in a Cornfield was a damn book.
It was.
Yeah,
Like a book series, even.
I think so. But it's like if we could just do away with the this is what the kids are gonna want. This is what the kids are gonna want to do. Stop that. Stop it.
I mean, we talked up the I Know What You Did Last Summer, like generational, like just falling flat on their face in terms of like trying to sell a product or hit a mark in terms of like expectations for leg sequels or slashers or anything like that, especially like hitting a like target demographic or whatever. But Death of a Unicorn, I think, similarly wanted to swing toward like generational change, and you don't get me, Dad, and like.
Because that's a new thing that
I kind
nobody's
of don't know
ever
what
done
Jenna
before.
Ortega. I kind of don't know what Jenna Ortega.
broke.
I kind of don't know what Jenna Ortega was thinking in terms of like, ooh, something original, like
Yeah.
or I mean maybe whatever. I shouldn't knock them because it was a great cast and I do.
Yeah.
Like if I was her and I saw everyone
I
else's
kind
names,
of
or
wish
if I
I
was.
got a little more out of every part of it. Like it was I didn't laugh. I breathed through my nose heavy in a couple spots.
The distinction of that is so real. Because,
Yeah.
like, it's just like,
Yeah, that's it. Like the creature design was cool. The concept was kind of interesting.
I will
but,
say
like,
that feral unicorn.
it was sick.
Yeah.
But like it just didn't go anywhere.
I feel like if you're gonna do that idea, right? If it's not about the cast or whatever, and if it's about the premise, then like it should be a funny haha because it's so absurd and ridiculous, right? But like they almost kind of tried to play it straight,
Yeah, you can't. You can't. Not in that sense.
which is just so.
You gotta
like,
be, if you're gonna play it straight, you have to do slapstick.
Which is dumb because Jenna Ortega is a fantastic performer. Like I don't dislike her. I just like thought like this was not I don't know why this was an attractive project for anyone unless it was just simply based on everyone else's name in the cast. You know what I'm saying? Because
Yeah.
it's an awesome cast.
Yeah,
love
it
Paul
is.
Rudd, love her, love
sure.
what's his name from We're the Millers and
Oh, yeah,
Guardians of the
well,
Galaxy.
Will Poultier.
Will Poulter, or is it Poultier? Is there an I?
No.
Oh, okay.
I just heard it pronounced as such, and I
One of my
wanted to
favorite
say it like
horror,
that.
one of my favorite horror thriller directors, Jeremy Saulnier, I think has like the I in his name, and it's kind of
It's like Dwayne the Rock Johnson.
well,
you gotta throw something funny on there, make it sound cool.
Oh my god.
but I don't remember.
Yeah,
what
like
I was talking
a
about.
lot of the names attached to it seemed like it was the only thing that was like selling the movie.
I love Taya Leone from my childhood because she was someone that had a sitcom at 9:30 p.m. when I was like 12 years old. Like it's just like whatever. There's a lot of things that worked out for me in that cast, and then whatever. It was just it didn't seem like it needed that overqualified cast.
It really sat kind of comfortably, I think, alongside of like Beetlejuice for me.
Which I still haven't even seen because I felt like it had such a tepid response. But
Yeah,
Tepid
I'm
is-
behind on that.
That was
too.
was also a busy
cold
year,
fish
but-
response to that. Actually, it was just not good.
yeah, Death of the Unicorn. I watched it. It was a movie. It had some.
It is a movie.
I enjoyed some parts. Like I did think Will Poulter was his performance was probably
Check
the
it
best
out.
part.
If we're wrong, tell us. But
And it's also like again not horrible, but just kind of meh, kind of whatever. I felt the same way about Together, which you guys know.
Yeah.
And not my original phrasing, but felt very much like the substance for boring straight people. Like, it just, like,
Yeah.
I did hear that before from somewhere. I don't know where.
It's me with my picket sign,
Like, cool,
outside the theater.
Speaking of, like, cool, casts that I generally, like, don't have problems with necessarily, but, like, just not necessarily taking an idea far enough, even if the effects look good or whatever.
Like, there were a lot of cool things that happened in Together, but, like, and my picket sign outside the theater, make trailers better. If you're giving all your tricks in the trailer, it loses. I pay less attention to what I'm watching and more attention to this hasn't happened yet, but this looks like it's about to happen.
It's so
and
terrible.
it takes you out of it.
It robs the movie.
Like, for example, the dog. Like, they look at each other. There's a drawing of it. Why would you show us what the dog looks like in the last trailer? Like, I mean, granted, shame on me, just don't watch the trailers. But, like, I like the trailers. It's an art.
Yeah.
Trailers are an art form.
They were.
And I want to enjoy them. But there's a way to do it, and there's a way not to. On, like, the scheme of, like, weapons that gives you nothing, go, girl, give us nothing, and then Together, which gives us too much, and then it's like, there's a balance. There's a way to do it.
I'm so sick of it. It feels like a studio decision that's like far too just sloppy, and it's like, all right, well, the movie's done. We put our hands in it as much as possible now. It is not at all what the director or the writer intended at first. So now that we're done doing that, let's get these trailers out. Just cut together the most expensive scenes. We want to show off how fancy this movie is. It's like, no. You can't do it like that.
I mean, I would say Substance did it well too. We're like, you have an idea of what's gonna happen, and that's it. You don't see you don't see anything.
Let people infer. Let people have questions. This is the one time that you're allowed to do that. Because if you do it in the movie, and you end a movie with too many questions, nobody's gonna be happy about that.
I thought a very good trailer was, or like a trailer that did its job and like functioned correctly was the trailer for Drop, which I ended up watching on Peacock, like my least favorite streamer that I have a subscription to. But like that was a very solid trailer because I feel like it like didn't, well, it actually gave away plenty, but like I didn't know it at the time, right? But it like did a good job of like selling you on the premise, sucking you in, letting telegraphing what it would be about, etc., setting expectations. But then watching it, like, again, the setup was solid. You're ready to like enjoy it, and then just nothing kind of happens. And like I was feeling very much like that whole middle act was just watching this woman like dart back and forth in a restaurant, and like very little else. Like
behind, hot,
like
corner,
and it wasn't even the kitchen. Like she wouldn't even like.
That would have been exciting.
She didn't want to bother line cooks,
The drop says, I have to go to the kitchen and bake a... I don't know.
Something they bake in a kitchen.
Yeah. Like, I was going somewhere with it, and I fizzled. Much like the trailers.
Well, the trailer didn't fizzle, but the movie, like, the third act definitely did. Like, it just had a very, like, and it was this guy for this reason, and, like, you don't give a shit. And it just, like, whatever, felt kind of flat, but...
It feels like it's kind of just like a, here you go.
It wasn't...
Here's
Sounds like they dropped the ball.
It was competently shot.
Back to you, Joe.
It was competently shot. Like, I didn't, like, hate the actors. But, the script was just kind of like meh. And I did, like, of the, like, funnier Letterboxd reviews, like, a few would point out, like, no, this is a really, really clever movie for 2013. When, like, airdrop technology was, like, a fun, cool new thing or whatever. But.
You know what? I will say, it's cool that they, like, well, the techno, I don't want to call it techno horror, because, like, this is just a facet of it. It's not like technology is coming at her. It's just
it's a central point. It's a point.
It's an instrument used to advance things. Like, have we seen this besides like Missing and
oh my god, Chekhov's airdrop.
We haven't seen something like this before. So like, I appreciate the swing. at like creating original ideas or things that may not have as much
not against using old tech. There's nothing wrong with that.
Right,
it's funny.
Like if you set it in like an era where it was out of time type of thing.
Like I want to see a flip phone.
Yeah. Or like
you should watch the Chris Evans movie Cell. It is very funny.
Cell.
You get L.A. Jason Statham, which is even funnier if you've seen that episode of How Did This Get Made.
Oh my god.
But yeah, like if you made it out of time, like it would feel like kind of cool. Like if they did something almost like It Follows did, where it was like, oh yeah, this is real life consequences happen here, but like technology's a little bit different, time is a little bit different. Then it would be kind of like an interesting thing.
Which is a fun comparison point because like Drop is like not even shooting that high. Like It Follows is at least like a 4-star movie just on like vibes and ambiance alone. Like that has such a distinctive tone and like flavor and whatever, like it's palpable, right? Like you could like pick up the style in It Follows. Drop is a perfectly fantastic, straight to TV movie, like a direct to video type thriller that you would have caught, pre-internet, pre-streaming days. I don't know where, on like a Showtime or something.
So you weren't happy with what they were serving.
He can't keep getting away with this.
I will pun the hell out of this movie.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
But it was very much like, and it was just, it also suffered for me for like, I saw it, I think, or a little too soon after Final Destination Bloodlines, which like has a fantastic, restaurant in a spinning elevated.
The Space Needle.
Dude, you know how cool that would be if the movie like pivoted that direction? That like,
well, the whole movie takes place in a restaurant like that. That's what it is.
What if the movie pivoted and ended like she was inside of the Space Needle at the beginning of the movie?
That's what it is. Like the restaurant is essentially that. The whole thing is that. Like, and you saw in the trailer, she's like hanging from the thing, and it's like barely. It doesn't matter. But yeah, so all those things were
make me wanna.
The last really big disappointment, because again, like sort of like Death of the Unicorn with Jenna Ortega, kind of like Together with Alison Brie. For me, a little bit with Borderline and Samara Weaving. Opus with Ayoade Berry was, in my opinion, something else that like kind of started strong, had a cool, interesting premise, fantastic cast, and you just like didn't even fucking need that cast because there was no story or anything else going on past the first half hour.
Now, was it one of those situations where, like, actors were great, but what they had to work with was not?
So, I'm a big, like, foundation fundamentals. Like, if you don't have a strong script, you can only compensate for that so much. Like, you better have, like, a bang in everything else if your script is shoddy. Mm-hmm. And if any of those things, aren't really there, like, it's just going to be very obvious, I think, when things fall flat, or tension isn't built, or characters don't matter.
If you're going to lack in one area, you got to be able to pick up the slack in another.
And, like, writing is the one thing where I feel like you can't really drop the ball too hard with it. Like, I don't know. Like, you can have, like, crummy... whatever. Like, I just imagine, like, you can have, like, crummy cinematography. Not that that's anything that we want, but, like... things can still get communicated. And, like, if you have, like, really strong characters or really strong plot, or if it's really tightly, scripted or edited.
Certain things can be sacrificed, but that's one thing that, like, there's no compensating for.
To me, the script is, like, the bones, the skeleton. So if your bones are crap, like, it's just, like, you can't build on that, like, architecturally.
The bones are his money.
The bones are the money.
God.
I'm here for comedy relief.
But yeah, that cast is it's a great cast. You said
so it's John Malkovich,
Juliette Lewis, Mary Bartlett, Melissa Chambers, Tony Hale. Like, there are a lot of...
He's barely in it. God, I could always use more Tony Hale.
No!
It's unfortunate.
But yeah, that's definitely one that I'm still going to see it because I wanted to see it. But, like, it does suck that, like, it's been from my circle... not just you, that, like, it did miss the mark.
And, like, everything else I mentioned was, like, kind of like, whatever. But two things that, like, actively pissed me off, besides I Know What You Did Last Summer.
Oh, boy.
Which that I had bottom shelf expectations for that, so that didn't even piss me off. But Ash...
no!
Dude, Ash had such a cool concept, had such a cool trailer.
Should have been awesome. Like, it was zombies in space or whatever. And it was God, I mean...
Because it reminded me of, like,
Baby's first script. Like, speaking of, like, things that, like... whatever.
It was kind of given, like, that one book...
no momentum.
That one book, Thrum. It was kind of given that sort of vibe to it with... It was something a child told me about. It kind of gave me that vibe, but it also kind of gave me like To Sleep in a Sea of Stars kind of vibe, and a little bit of Alien, and it's like there was all these really cool things in the trailer, and in like the set, and it's like it was such a cool idea. I'm so mad.
For anyone that wasn't
it just
familiar,
flopped.
it starred what's his name from Breaking Bad? Not Walter White, but
Jesse Pinkman.
Which,
Aaron
Aaron
Paul.
Paul.
Thank you, Jesus, and I love him. In
I always
general.
have to do that. I need to go one to the other.
No,
Bitch.
it's Aaron Paul, and I forget the woman who's the actual protagonist.
Isaac Gonzalez.
Because like she doesn't really give much of a
Isaac
performance.
Gonzalez.
And the two of them are just like bouncing
Shady.
are just bouncing off of each other for like the first 40 minutes, and like they try to pull some shenanigans with like flashbacks, and what's his name from The Raid is in it just simply so he can do like literally 2 minutes of martial arts for no good reason. Like it wasn't cohesive, and for me I was like angry at the end of an 80-minute movie or whatever it is, and like if you don't have momentum in a fewer than 90-minute movie, like get out of here. You don't know what you're doing.
Yeah.
And Until Dawn, like I'm sorry because I know you guys are fans of the games or whatever, but like this is gonna be one of those like a video game done accurately does not make itself a narrative.
No,
so you gotta be respectful of the medium in which you're trying to do stuff.
I definitely give you like not that you have my permission, that you need my permission,
No,
but like I give that grace because like I don't want to say overcritical of video game movies, but like there's a way to do it, and like they took a swing. They had a concept. They had something that they could have just done a 1-for-1 of the game.
Dude, the
and
1-to-1 would have been even better.
Yeah, I agree. But with what they did, they took a risk. They wanted to like make it, in the universe with like nods to the game.
Sure.
And it didn't like land the way that they wanted it to.
It just felt like new age, like how many jump scares a minute can we do?
Or like it was just like, and like it sucks to have that happen in the same year as Final Destination, because in the game like it's all about the millions of ways you can die,
Creative kills,
and you can only do that so many times in a movie and not have you like Final Destination.
It was kind of a theme for this year was creative kills, I really feel like. If I had
The
to boil it down.
The monkey, Final Destination.
Yeah. A lot of it, like,
Companion,
we ate
Hard
well.
Eyes.
We ate really well so far this year in the way of heart, and I really do feel like interesting kills has definitely been like the thing for this year.
For sure.
I mean, it's a thing I think in any horror movie, especially slashers, because that's what you're showing up for. Any horror, it's just like because like you can do bloodless horror, and that can still be very scary. Whatever.
For sure.
But like slasher, you are like if you don't see teenagers getting killed, then like it's like, not what it is.
For sure.
But no, so you definitely and to then drop the ball on such a common.
For sure. And it's like with the Dark Anthology games, like fundamentally they are made to be very like
Puzzle boxy?
Well, yes, but it's also more so just like it's a drama. It is like there's acting going on. The mocap in it is fantastic.
Oh, yeah.
They get real Hollywood stars to be in these games. Like Rami Malek was in one of them. Like
Hayden Panettiere, well, no.
Brenda Song. Like that was
Brenda
Noiri, but
well,
still.
I still count it. Like
Yeah.
Jordan Fisher, Joseph Smith, all the wonderful
Who is it?
names.
Sam Raimi's brother.
Yeah, I forget his name.
I am so bad.
Alan.
But anyway,
Greg.
But yeah, so like I hope that this doesn't dissuade other people from making
Please don't.
horror like game to movie translations.
guys, don't worry. I don't think we have to stick up for the people who are trying to produce video games into movies.
He's a hater.
Don't worry about it.
Oh my
hey,
God.
like, and I honestly would love to do an episode of like, let's like try to hash it out because how many good video game adaptation movies? are there
Resident
truly?
Evil, duh.
He said good.
That's what I'm saying. Man. Like,
No,
Resident-
it's not faithful. It's not faithful.
Okay,
and
well,
I
we-
feel like
we-
faithful and good could be interchangeable, interdispersed. They're two separate.
I've
meanings.
never played Until Dawn, right? But I played Resident Evil as a kid, and that was one of the earlier cinematic video games, right? Especially
Hell yeah.
PlayStation.
For sure.
Right? Okay, so like I played 1 and 2, and so when
Hell
the movie
yeah.
came out,
Joe, you just got a lot cooler.
expected Leon with his floppy, stupid hair and stupid Jill Valentine, whatever. And like, I am so happy in retrospect that we now have the like opus of like Mila Jovovich and W.S. Anderson's like entire relationship, and like that's a whole funny thing now into it. Not funny, but like interesting, like whatever thing into itself. But in whatever what 2001 or whatever the movie came out, and it was the only one of it, and like we didn't know what the future was. I was just like, fuck this movie. Like, okay, Mila Jovovich.
I was gonna
is
say,
awesome
were
and
you gonna
everything.
be upset about Mila Jovovich?
No, never. Like, but that's because it was fun in its own
love
right.
her.
Whereas Until Dawn, I didn't get anything from. However, I was ticked off in 2001 that like you had they did the work for you. They literally storyboarded it for you and even animated it for you. And yet you thought you could do better.
That's why I'm excited for what we're getting next from
With
Zach
Zach
Kreger. Because he's apparently just got carte blanche to do whatever he wants,
Not.
exist inside of the world, and just have fun with it.
And this is like 30 plus years after the, so like I don't expect him to be faithful. Like too much has happened, you know what I
Yeah.
mean? But
For
like
sure.
whatever he does is going to be amazing, and that's
It's
really
gonna be a
fun to look
banger.
forward to.
And before moving forward
say,
too,
speaking of
would
looking forward.
I would just say for as far as video game films go, Alex Garland, you better watch your fucking ass.
with Elden Ring.
If you fuck up Elden Ring,
Oh, and I was going to say before we fully move on though,
Elden Ring.
Silent Hill. Love
Return
Silent
to
Hill.
Silent Hill.
And that is
has
happening.
nothing to do with the games.
But just saying, if we're talking adaptations, like I do like that movie, even if it isn't accurate to the game.
Yes.
But can you think of many others off the top of your head?
Coming out like
No, just in the history of movies, many name the best video game adaptations.
Tron. No.
Again, there was no game. Like
There was
again,
no game
the best
before.
one is based on a thing that wasn't a game. Like so. Again, not me trying to hate, but like
No, I have
what,
to
what
sit down
evidence
and
are we
marinate
standing
that.
on?
Yeah, that's one I have to think about.
So again, that's
Because
something
even
I
like
think we should make
my
an
big
episode
games,
maybe
I'm
at
thinking
one
like,
point.
well, there's no Spyro the Dragon game or movie. There's no Crash Bandicoot game, so I'm fucked.
All right, well, like I said, case in point. But then
Dude, a
moving
Dark
forward,
Souls movie would go hard as fuck.
They better watch their fucking mouths. If they better do my boy Artorias great if they do that.
are you already angry at a hypothetical?
And hypothetical, yes.
But I will reiterate, Alex Garland, you better watch your fucking ass.
I go fucking hard for FromSoft, so like,
Yeah.
And he's coming out of retirement for Elden Ring.
Yeah.
His soft retirement, even though he then released Warfare.
I
which,
feel like, why did they go Alex
Bleh.
Garland for that one? Because I really feel like Guillermo del Toro should do that movie. Guillermo del Toro
'Cause they
should be Elden Ring.
Because
Please.
A24 got the rights, I think.
God damn it!
yeah. So, to at least say ourselves, I think we should talk about what is coming
Are you?
soon.
Oh, are you talking about falling into the next quarter?
I was gonna sing a song to match it, but then I didn't want us to get copyrighted and shut down. So yes.
Just so long as the
Well,
words aren't the
yes.
same.
Oh no, I was gonna go. My
Oh.
brain wasn't gonna mix it up. I was just gonna.
Oh.
So. Oh.
Ow!
So.
If you know what song Claudio was going to sing, drop it in the comments. Because I have no fucking clue.
You do.
So, fall
So
movies then?
September.
You do.
You do. So, hello fall. We are in September. As of this recording.
My immersion.
Oh yes.
It's right now.
Just right now. Conjuring Last Rites already came out. Really neat. A lot better than the third one. We were yapping about it a little bit. It was cool.
And cap, hopefully.
Yeah, and closing the chapter, I think it's after 12 years. You know, it's cool. Let it exist as a time capsule. The Long Walk is another one that is really interesting.
Well, I think I can officially say this. I actually got to go to a fucking pre-screening for that. Not a horror movie. Not a horror movie. It is a drama and it's gory.
I was going to say it's a horrific premise,
Yes.
right? And
Yeah.
if it's gory, there's still...
If you love dystopian,
Yep.
character-driven, character study drama with some horrendous, I don't want to say teens because they're like 18 plus, but like these
Young adults.
Yeah, the young adults being brutally hurt.
Jesus.
Yeah, it's not a fun movie.
For those who don't know, it is based on a Stephen King YA short story novel.
One of his first published, actually.
Oh, really?
I just found that out. Yeah, he wrote it in like the 70s.
But what I think makes it even more notable is the director Francis Lawrence, who has like I think exclusively done like all the Hunger Games movies except for the first one, or he did the first one also.
I can't remember.
I can't remember, but that's like kind of what he's known for, and he's doing this, and it's like another YA adaptation, and so it's got that kind of like, ooh, can he like transfer the juice over?
Yeah, and it's very current. I will say it's very current. It's very cool.
Does it give away anything to mention like why they have to walk and why they're like why a group of young men are all walking at gunpoint?
Have you read the book?
No, and that's the thing. So that's why it's like no spoilers. No
No
spoilers.
worries. No.
I am so curious, but I don't know if it gives anything away. So.
I will not say.
Okay.
They explain it within the first 5 minutes of the movie, but I feel like it's worth going into. My initial like theater sidewalk. Hey, explain that like, oh, I just saw a long walk. Yeah, there's some really fucked up stuff in it. It's really weird. It's really sad. It doesn't feel great. It's beautiful. I almost cried a couple times.
Oh, wow, really?
Just go see it. Go see the walking movie.
Nice. Did
Go
you see
see
it
it.
on a treadmill?
I did not know.
I did see that promotional.
Yeah. I would have
screening or
aced
whatever.
it. Other movies. At the same time that Long Walk is coming out, Traumatica is also coming out, which is really interesting. Actually, September is like a bulky month for it. You have Traumatica. Also on the same day, Rabbit Trap with Dev Patel.
Yep.
Night of the Reaper, which is like an 80s time capsule slasher film. So cool. Him. Very excited for him. I like sports now.
And then go Birds.
Do you want me to shoot all of them down or just finish with September?
You can keep going.
So, at the end of the month, not excited for it, but I'll just put a pin on it and we'll go back to it later. Strangers Chapter 2 at the end of the month. We'll touch that. But October has a threefer at the beginning. Good Boy, Shelby Oaks, and VHS Halloween all come out October 3rd, which is really cool. We get Black Phone 2, which is looking really, really cool.
That looks promising.
I do have some...
I only just watched the first one finally after like years of avoiding it, so I'm pumped now.
Pretty wild,
welcome
right?
in.
Yeah.
I felt like it was solid. Like like the original, the Black Phone was something that I like kind of was skeptical on because despite really liking Ethan Hawke, I didn't understand the premise. I was very much like, is it supernatural? Is it not?
I'm so here for Ethan Hawke as a bad guy.
But whereas you still have that question in the sequel, now I like understand. Like I'm in on it, I guess.
Yeah,
and I
you're
just,
in
I
on
don't
the
know.
joke.
Yeah.
But I thought it was like a solid selling of like the situation without having to like go too deep. Like I like that they didn't explain too much or drop so much exposition on like
Right.
I don't know. I could have maybe even gone with more like killer psychological lore, but whatever. It was
I think that's
fun
what,
performance,
I think that's
fun
what
plot.
we're getting in this next
Good,
one. Yeah.
good.
Yeah,
You know,
very excited. And then for me at least, I know there's plenty more, but like November has two really good ones that I'm very excited about: Predator: Badlands and Keeper.
I don't know which I'm more excited for because they're both like very different. Like one's gonna be, literally like neon, borderline monster warriors with lightsabers, and then
Joe's gonna
so
be
just like
eating
my
He's gonna be sitting in the theater, just be like.
Speaking of video
my
games,
popcorn id brain is gonna go insane. But then Keeper is, it's Oz Perkins.
it's our
It's
boy.
regal.
It's our boy,
Second
but it's also
movie.
my girl. Oh my God, Tatiana Maslany, who is just
Yes.
one of the most amazing performers,
It's very
one of the most
regal,
incredible
it's
actresses.
very reserved. It's very demure.
But yeah, it's
And-
it's got a high concept. It's timey wimey. It's ghosty
not to say,
woasty.
not to say we're like, we're very refined in our tastes, but that one definitely,
Well, I think Oz Perkins like swung one way with
One
the bunkie.
pinky up, the other hand, knuckles dragging on the floor.
He swung one way with the monkey, and I think he's now swinging hopefully in the other direction with
It's
Keeper.
so fun.
I thought Monkey
Right.
was fun.
Just
I'm
make fun
not saying bad. I
movies.
love the monkey.
Oh, yeah,
I'm saying it was pulpy. It was fun. It was,
Oh, okay. I
laugh
thought you
at
meant
it.
swing
No.
one way bad.
Yeah,
Swing one,
and that's
oh.
what I'm saying is fun. I love that he is just like.
Yeah, he had.
I don't even like
You
to
have
use
long-
the words good and bad, right? Like, because it's like everything has it's a
Art
it's
is
a more
subjective.
three-dimensional thing. It's not a two-dimensional back.
But
you know.
for sure. Definitely excited. Speaking of video game movies, Predator: Badlands is looking like Banjo-Kazooie, which I'm very excited about.
What is this slander?
You have a predator who's the bear, and
not
Ellie
a
Fanning
gamer.
is the bird.
Okay. Okay.
Is that not?
I don't know. I haven't played the video game, but like,
Oh my
why would
God.
you go to that as opposed to like
Oh my
Lone
God.
Wolf and Cub? You know, something more distinguished. I didn't know what that.
You could've
No,
said-
you don't know Banjo-Kazooie?
You could have said Ratchet and
It
Clank. You
rings a
could have said
bell.
Spyro.
No! Look
I was
at
gonna
it!
say, I'm picturing Spyro. I'm picturing the what was the fox
No!
one?
It's a bear and the bird's in the backpack! On his back! That's
I stand
literally...
corrected.
I can't believe you said Banjo-Kazooie.
I'm not wrong! I'm not wrong!
You are not.
Clock this knowledge that I've
So-
bestowed upon
it.
you.
So I'm excited for both of those movies.
We're so ready for Banjo-Kazooie.
I'm gonna come in my Banjo-Kazooie
That'd be
cosplay.
sick.
I'm just like, gah?
I want to play Banjo's theme when we walk into the theater. It'll be great.
But yeah, just to give a little more love to the movies listed,
We also got December as well.
what I missed in December.
You missed quite a few big things. Not all of which are exclusively
I'm
horror.
throwing the baton your way. Spill.
Well, big up top is, of course, you mentioned Guillermo del Toro, Frankenstein. Which at this point, you know, as of recording, whatever, you know, it's been at festivals and people are giving it like standing ovations and.
It got a standing ovation equivalent to The Whale.
Holy
yeah, I mean, I don't buy much.
So we're gonna
Yeah.
cry. I'm
The-
gonna cry.
If
Okay.
it's
I don't buy
anything.
much into the whole applause, like, oh, they did it for 7 minutes. Oh, they did it for 11. Like, I don't give
I
a
don't
shit.
care
That's
how
whatever.
long they did it, if they did it. That's what I care about.
Whatever. Regardless, like, it seems as though it's meeting expectations for Guillermo del Toro, Oscar Isaac, and Mia. Or no, I'm sorry. Who else?
Mia Goth
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Mia Goth. Whatever.
and Jacob Elordi.
Just amazing. You know, cast or you know folks behind and in front of the camera for that one. Speaking of, in the same breath, with you know very prestige, you have Yorgos Lanthimos' Begonia with
Begonia looks like it's gonna be crazy.
and Mr. Kirsten Dunst.
Oh,
Who
Jesse
we love.
Plemons.
Jesse Plemons, who we love.
Oh,
Mr. Kirsten Dunst.
that's
Banjo-Kazooie.
It's a compliment.
we're on a roll
I'm
here.
just bad at names sometimes.
I do love what I've seen of that. Like that's a
The trailer that just came out looks very, very
Yeah.
funny. The poster had been on my like letterbox list forever, and it was like that
looks
black
so cool.
background with a white thing, and I like couldn't. I was like, what the hell is this movie about? What is this? Like stupid Begonia. But now that I've seen the trailer, I'm just like, yeah, I can't wait to watch Emma Stone be an alien or not, or just a capitalist. You know.
or all the above.
Maybe she's a capitalist alien.
But that we mentioned Badlands. You didn't mention Running Man because it's not horror exclusively, but it is a Stephen King adaptation. It is
Stephen King.
Another
not like a
Stephen
sequel,
King.
but certainly like a reboot-ish.
Yes.
But I am
Coleman Domingo.
so pumped.
Edgar Wright.
Specifically because Edgar Wright, but really because
I won't go here because that's covering up Chloe's face.
Speaking
Edgar
of
Wright.
trailers, Coleman Domingo is like absolutely lighting that trailer on fire.
Yeah, very very excited for
He understands the assignment.
I
And
love
then finally at the end of the year is something I have like a lot of stock in. Like all my money guys are really, kind of getting real on their haunches for Ryan Johnson's now going to be trilogy of Knives Out movies. The latest one being called Wake Up Dead Man.
Yes,
Yes,
very much
Hopefully
looking forward to
be a
this.
much more gothic bent to what we've seen. Hopefully it'll be a return to the level of the original because I wasn't a huge fan of Glass Onion, but
Yeah, I liked Glass Onion. I didn't love it.
but those
It
are
was
the
just dumb.
the first Knives Out.
Yeah.
Yeah. So those are the things because of the big like directors that are attached. I'm like hoping will be Fall Slays, but a smaller production, but with another director who I'm a fan of because of Hannibal. And speaking of, Mads Mikkelsen will be
Oh
involved.
yeah.
Dust Bunny, which I think also just got a trailer out,
It did?
Yeah.
is coming out in December or maybe January. But I'm pumped.
That one's
regardless.
TBD, if I remember correctly.
The premise we now know is Mads
To what?
Mikkelsen.
The release for that one.
December 12th.
Oh, they did put it.
2025.
Okay, yeah, because it was one of those like.
Yeah, like Q4.
You're getting it sometime. Yeah.
As of right now, I believe it is December 12th.
Mads Mikkelsen is, I believe, a contract killer / hitman of some sort who is, hired for a job to, I think, take out the monster in a little girl's closet. And it's
Or like under her bed.
So yeah, something like that. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm just like, sounds charming. And I read a non-spoiler early review from a festival, I think on AV Club, that said that like it kind of just hits all the Brian Fuller notes that you do and don't want it to hit. But if you're kind of already like sold, then like you're gonna enjoy it. And you might not be sold if you're not already in on those
That's
creative
lovely.
names. But otherwise, like
That's lovely.
I'm curious and looking forward to it.
And there's 2 lovely people that are attached to Dust Bunny besides the hitman and the little girl. A lovely Sigourney Weaver.
Yes.
And David Dastmalchian.
Oh hell yeah, I forgot that. Yeah.
Big names attached to it.
Like
Some
that's gonna be
great-
really cool to see where
Some
they
good
fit
horror
into
royalty
the
going on there.
yeah.
Some good acting chops. It's just that I'm looking forward to that one.
On the other end, some brand new teenager. Which again, I think this might be coming out in 2026, but the Backrooms.
Yes, more. We are getting more liminal horror. Yes.
Which those videos I do fall for. I'm not a huge creepypasta internet like guy. Nothing against that, but like those videos I can get sucked into and watch for like a couple hours.
Liminal space, backrooms type
Yeah.
stuff. Yeah.
That is a visual language that is just very unique, very distinctive. You haven't seen it in like major motion pictures, you know, many major features very much. You know, like I am excited to see that explored. If they screw it up, that's what a disappointment, you know?
We got to get Joe set up on like a laptop and have him play the backrooms games,
Yes.
and then maybe we can stream that, and that would be super cool.
And that's a movie. That itself can be Skinamarink 2, huh?
Listen. I fuck up some Skinamarink. Don't get me started.
I didn't
but
even see it. I'm just being a jerk.
there is a name attached to the Backrooms that's also cool too. Our creep boy Mark Duplass.
Mark Duplass.
What was he producing?
He is in it.
Ooh.
Did the man who I respect too much to attempt to pronounce his name, did he drop out? Or is now Jay Duplass also just another lead?
I
That's Mark.
don't think.
Or Mark? Whatever Duplass.
There's
brother.
2 brothers.
Yeah, it's just Mark on there.
Because they had announced a man and woman, and I could have sworn it was Chiwetel Ejiofor.
Yeah.
Oh, so he is still in it?
My magic orb says yes.
That's okay. Yeah.
All
so-
signs point to mm-hmm.
Concentrate and ask again. Type.
And then who is the kid that's writing directing? It's his thing. I forget his name.
Kane Parsons.
Kane Parsons. I feel bad
He's the
because I was like
director.
shit talking his age, but like, I mean it, you know, complimentary.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's just jealous.
Yeah. No, 100%.
Genuinely.
This is envy.
He's just this is envy speak
Oh,
from an
yeah,
old
100%.
man.
It's another game movie. I have,
Wait a sec. But like, was it a video game before he made those videos?
No.
Oh,
The
so then-
Backrooms existed as a creepypasta
Yeah.
first, and then it became a creepypasta video,
Right.
which then was turned into a video game
I would not.
and then made into a movie.
I mean, I guess.
I'll be disappointed if it's a video game movie.
You know what?
Well, no, because correct me if I'm wrong. Are fans of this particular creepypasta not in it for like the visuals, the videos, as opposed to what is the game about?
Same thing, actually.
Same thing.
So then that's what I'm saying. Like, so is it the point to play a game and like achieve a goal, or is it to like watch footage of the hallways and shit?
So it's more so like almost an exploration A to B type thing. Like your objective is to walk to the next phase, the next level, because I think if I remember correctly how the game works is like you're an investigator or a cleaner for the SCP people, and it's like you're basically wandering through the back rooms and there's monsters and stuff in there, and you have to go from one side to the next level, essentially.
I do love that like I wouldn't even want to give anything away for anyone that hasn't seen these videos, but the creatures that do appear.
Oh,
again, I haven't
the
played
anomalies.
games.
The anomalies.
Are they similar to the game ones? Are they similar to the video ones? Okay, so like it's just very
Yeah, I feel like if you sat down and played that game, you'd be like, "Ooh, I'm eating." This is
I'm
cool.
gonna kind of screw it up or give it away, but it's like a fucked up short circuit. Like it's like Johnny
Yeah.
Five is
Yeah.
alive, and you were
Yeah.
like, no, please don't be.
Yeah, yeah.
God, all these buzzwords make
And
me
if you're also
sad.
like into like the whole like mimic type thing and like skinwalker type thing.
Well, it's very kind of stop motion-y, looking.
Oh no, I mean just like the concept in general of like mimics and like skinwalkers, like that shit's also in there too. It's pretty cool.
What buzzwords?
Well, bzz, yeah, bzz. Well, like, Anomaly, because there's another. This one is a game into movie, not pasta into game into movie. Exit 8.
Oh yeah, you were yeah.
I've not heard of
Because that one,
Tell me more.
This one
I know
probably
exactly.
I don't know how well it's gonna work, but go for it.
Yeah, I feel like I know where you're gonna put the pause button and be like, explain this part to me and how it can translate. Because like,
What am I, consistent in my grumpy criticisms or something?
well, like okay, so I'm
Banjo Kazooie over
you're,
here.
that's put it on my fucking tombstone. Banjo fucking Kazooie. It's you're a dude in a subway hallway, and your job is to track anomalies. And exit 8, there are 8 levels that you have to go through. If you spot an anomaly, turn back, and that advances you forward. If you miss the anomaly, it sets you back to the beginning. So I don't want to like over glamorize it, but it's like it could be descending to hell, or like there's layers to how deep the madness goes, how deep the anomalies become, because it's stuff that's like simple from like all the posters are all like your face now, or like that door that's never been opened is creaked and it's oozing something, or that
sign
man
is
is looking at me like the whole time, like not breaking like
So how do you think they're going to
with
pitch that as a movie?
there it is. Every time, I'm not saying it's a bad thing, but like that's definitely what's the word?
That's what I'm saying. If you're going to make it a movie, then like what is the movie? Like, and every time I ask that, I feel like I get told what the game is.
Hey,
and I'm
walking
like,
simulators have worked in the past.
Yeah. So like there's a lot of different ways I can think about it, where like they make it more than one person, so it's like whoever does this gets a fortune, or this guy picks up a job, but that's very Backrooms. So that's what I mean, like these buzzwords make me sad, because like if Backrooms nails it, what does Exit 8 have that Backrooms didn't do,
There's also the
Interesting.
opportunity too, like, and it doesn't happen often, but it does happen sometimes, of like, say Backrooms comes out, it comes out first, it does really well, it does the right stuff. Exit 8 can just backpedal and be like, you know what, fuck it, we're pulling it, we're not doing it.
Well, we haven't had one of those in a while, have we? Remember, like
a pull?
No, I was gonna say, remember the things where like Deep Impact and Armageddon, Capote and Truman, or whatever.
Tombstone and White Earth.
Yeah, you know what I'm
I
saying?
know
When,
exactly
like,
what you're saying.
Two
yeah.
of the same movies come
the
out
same
like the same
movie,
year
two
or
different
whatever.
directors, two different concepts, or similar concepts,
Because something
different
becomes
style.
public domain or something like that. Like that just, I feel like that used to be like a much more common thing, and I feel like I haven't heard about as many, or I haven't noticed as many later contemporary ones. But anyway,
For sure.
could be maybe one of those.
And like also like with distribution, like Backrooms is A24 picked that up.
I was about to say, like, I hadn't even heard of Exit 8. Like,
Exit
do you know
8 got
about
picked-
it because of a
That's gonna
name
be-
getting attached, or
So
That's going to be directly to Tubi.
endearingly, there's a lot of bangers on Tubi.
There are some
but no,
bangers.
well, here's the thing: if it's old and on Tubi, cool. If it just came out and it's on Tubi exclusively, sorry, Tubi.
I can't wait for
What, do you have something against the Shark Exorcist 5?
Whoa, that 8.
Shut up!
Oh, you can't. I can't be funny too.
Oh, I'm getting weaker.
But I saw it because, like, again, because I'm a trailer whore. Like a lot of the times, like
There's already a trailer.
for Exit 8, yeah.
Okay.
Wow!
Because that's the thing, like, there's and like I haven't even heard about it. So, like, again, like, is there no names attached? Is this a micro studio? Like, is this a small budget thing?
I think it's
Direct to
international,
streaming?
right?
It's international.
Okay, so maybe that's why.
And like,
So it's
French,
highbrow, you
Italian.
probably wouldn't get it.
Russian. What? Just a vaguely international locale.
Japan.
Oh, okay. So again, like any context would.
It's a Lithuanian.
I'm saying, like, international.
Norwegian.
And now in international news, nothing
Yeah.
affected any Americans.
The re-
Moving on.
The reason I found it was because, spoiler, I bought the Lake Mungo set.
Did
Because-
you?
Yeah, because I'm a masochist.
Oh.
But like the place I got it from is called Umbrella Entertainment, and on
Oh. Okay.
yeah, and like they have a YouTube page, so like it showed
Umbrella's
up.
got some pretty cool
That's why I was
stuff.
like, how did you find out about
Yeah,
this
and
thing?
it popped up in like their YouTube thing where like the trailer came out, so I was like, okay, let me take a look at it, and like it pays homage to the game, but also it looks like there's elements in there that like weren't in the game, so like it's going to be like what I'm seeing is a bit more exposition.
Taking an idea and expanding upon it.
Yeah, but not in the same way that Until Dawn did, because this feels like they're like, don't want to say iconic imagery, but like there's certain anomalies that like you say like, oh, that's Exit 8.
Yeah.
And then like
You see that white hallway, and you're like, I know exactly what it
yeah.
is. Yeah.
So like they hit all those things in the trailer, but only give you like just a little bit of like adaptation. So I have hopes that it's not a one for one, because like you said, what can they do that isn't just the game? So from
And
what
if anything, like the game being so basic, it's like onward and upward. You have so much room for growth here.
right. But I just hope that I don't think they'll like pull it because of Backrooms, but like that's one of those things, like if one is just a Titan and it lands, it's very hard to like, throw your hat in the ring and it land anywhere close to it,
Assuming it's even like competing in the same markets, like that's I'm like knowing it's international, knowing it's Japanese, knowing it has like a trailer out already, that it's got its own built-in fan base from this video game. Apparently, like that's all a little bit different. But.
I will say, I really hope that Frankenstein is as good as Crimson Peak. I just needed to say that.
So we haven't mentioned Toxic Avenger, which of course is kind of a legacy remake
lovely.
in itself.
That is a lovely release as well. I'm so excited to see it. The marketing campaign for this movie alone makes me want to give them all of my money.
Yup.
To the people who are not aware of what they are doing, they were given a huge budget for their marketing. Because, this movie came out 2022, 23, technically, but it could not get released. They could not find a release for it. So it's like...
Or distribution.
Yeah, they couldn't get distribution, that's it. So once they got distribution then gave them a certain amount for, hey, here's money.
To advertise.
Advertise this movie. They made a couple trailers and then said, nope, that's it. And then they took $5 million from their budget and gave it away to people's outstanding medical debt.
Which is not only cool in of itself, but relevant to the premise of the movie. So it's not just an awesome thing, but also makes
I'm
sense
not
within the
exploiting this
story.
idea. Here's,
And for every subsequent million that they make back, they're throwing it back in. That is so cool. That is guerrilla filmmaking. That's how you be violently good.
Yeah, it's
that
mutual
is
aid.
so
That's
sick.
what we need right now.
that is definitely
That is the stuff that makes my heart so warm. My cold black little heart is so warm with stuff like that. I love it.
But even on top of that, it is such a little engine that could kind of you're rooting for it underdog story in terms of the production, getting the distribution, and finally reaching the light of day, despite having a huge legacy and a big fan base.
It's got a pretty decent sized release for something that's you remade a trauma movie.
Well, it's directed by Macon Blair, who is a bit of a indie horror hero right now for work behind and in front of the camera, and mostly I think exclusively independent productions. But he was also in the Netflix movie I No Longer Feel at Home in This World Anymore, something to that effect, which I still haven't seen it.
Oh,
It's been on my list.
I don't feel at home or in this world anymore.
Yes, I love that movie. And
yeah,
then
so hyped for
we got Peter Dinklage,
Right.
And then we have Elijah Wood in a wig,
As being a villain, right?
Being a villain.
People, being
Oh
bad
my
guys.
God.
Elijah Wood in a wig, Elijah Wood in a wig, Elijah Wood in a wig.
It's like Follow the Yellow Brick Road. Elijah Wood in a wig.
We're off to see Elijah Wood in a wig. It's a bit so good. It's a good bit, goddammit.
The other three things I think we should touch on that I think are going to matter are him, Rabbit Trap, and Shelby Oaks. We mentioned him and
Yes.
Rabbit Trap. Did we mention Shelby Oaks already yet?
Yes,
We did mention
October
Shelby
3rd.
Oaks.
So those three
it's a
are
trio
poised, I
release.
think, to be very big.
I got hopes
horror
on
releases.
Shelby Oaks. I got hopes. And I'm going to be a little upset if I get let down. But
The narrative around this one is about the reshoots. That's been the headlines recently. It was, filmed and had reshoots was not uncommon, but this is not a big Hollywood blockbuster action
yeah, it
Marvel
doesn't
movie. But
instill me with a ton of confidence.
well, I don't think that in
maybe-
itself is a problem. But the thing was that people were saying that the trailer looks about the same as it did before those $1 million reshoots. But nonetheless, I think the trailer looks great. So I didn't do a compare and contrast.
Yeah.
But I'm
Well,
psyched
maybe
on
they're
it.
saving it. Maybe they're doing the right thing and not showing the most expensive stuff.
Yeah. Speaking of reshots.
Back
What-
shots.
Back shots. Block it. Strangers Chapter 2. That was one that also experienced reshoots. That I
Are
have.
you excited?
No, I'm not.
Okay.
But I'm still
You're
gonna
gonna see
go because I committed.
You did.
So
And
for those who don't know, maybe we can explain Strangers Chapter 2.
So Strangers Chapter 1 was last year. It was
Yeah.
supposed to all come out last year, but because of things just not looking the way that anyone anticipated. It got postponed, and so now we have this one coming out this year, Chapter 3 coming out next year, presumably if, box office, permits. But, it's... I fumble the words to say this, because we had the original. Then we had the sequel, which has the same trio of serial killers.
Okay, when you say the original, do you mean the 08 or whatever?
The 08 one, yes.
Okay, and then when you say sequel, do you mean the thing that has nothing to do with the original?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, it has the same. It has the same three killers. Pray at Night.
It looked,
10 years later,
it looked so pretty.
The three
It had me,
killers,
yeah, that's true.
and then a family. And now this, it's like if you saw the first one,
Back
you
to
saw
basics.
Chapter 1, but better. And like,
do you think Chapter 1 is better?
no,
than the original?
if you saw the
Oh.
original, then you already saw Chapter 1, but it's better.
Which I was like, whatever on Chapter 1. I didn't even bother seeing it. However, turn this round upside down. I'm kind of hyped on Chapter 2. Why is Chapter 2 a thing? Why is it even different? Why do we care?
So this is the first time that we have a returning person as a survivor of the attacks. Not only that, it looks like a liminal
what did she
horror.
discover? Because I'm into it. Like, I'm pumped for this one.
Yeah, it looks like it's giving a liminal horror because it happens in a hospital. It's Halloween 2.
Yeah, it's
It
Halloween
almost
too.
looked like it reminded me of like the spoilers for Us, but the Jordan Peele 2018 movie. But like,
If you haven't seen it at this point, shame on you.
it reminded me of like that underground, like subterranean,
Yeah.
like department store
Yeah,
facility, civilization, or
subterranean
whatever
mall.
the hell.
Oh, okay, yeah,
Just
yeah.
in terms of liminal spaces and all
Yeah.
that. Junk.
Yeah,
But
because
yeah.
you had your vacant hallways, you had your hospital.
But even
scene.
more than that, it seems as though like that is populated by like
People-
hundreds, dozens, thousands of the like mass psychos, and it's not just the 3 that we thought, correct? Or it's at least a cult or something.
I thought it goes more that direction. Where like
That's what I was pumped on.
These 3 exist as not maybe just an entity, not just a person. If that makes sense. Anyone can don the mask.
Figureheads
that-
to be
I'm saying
embodied.
more than the 3.
Yeah,
Okay,
Yeah.
that's a direction. I
Yeah,
don't know
sounds
if I like it.
Sounds like Halloween too.
Yeah, I know.
Just because it takes place in a hospital, or because
And it happens immediately
And it
after the
happens
first
immediately
one.
after the first one.
Because like she's stabbed, they find her, they take her to the
I
hospital.
swear to God, if they end this movie
I
with
like that,
blowing
though.
up the hospital, I'm gonna be so mad.
Actually, no. If it
I'm gonna
goes,
cut back to this like a month or two
It
from
goes-
now, and it's gonna be like, oh yeah, the blows up the hospital, and then I'm gonna insert clip right here.
do you not like movies that take place after their original ended, or do you not like hospital movies?
No, I'm just upset that it sounds like they're literally one for
Doing
one
the
in
same.
fucking Halloween 2.
now again, I have faith. The interviews from them. I forget their names. I'm so sorry. I will be. Oh wait, no, I have it right here. Rennie Harlan and company. That like they took a lot of critique, a lot of consideration into what was, the comments, what the viewer said, and they reshot a lot of material. So now a lot is my words, but like they reshot parts of the movie. So I'm hoping that with learning from the first one, taking in what they've learned from moving forward, that this will be a package deal and that we will finish Chapter 3 and end the story.
Needless to say, you bought your ticket. You're ready.
Needless to say, I'm using my free ticket.
Yeah, you're willing to ride the ride. See if it's
Yeah.
worth it.
Because I will watch movies in theaters.
Speaking of showing up for something in the theater, I think Him has people pretty hyped. So the trailer looks very
does.
like ready for our black and red poster collection. Like
Oh
that
my
whole
God, yeah.
trailer is just like black and red and white, like X-ray fluorescent.
All right, I know what you did
People
last
missing-
summer, boy.
People with like
Tyreek.
blurred out faces, like there's so much that's it,
just
and it's
feels
like
like-
CTE. The movie is going to be
Yeah.
fucking wild.
Yeah.
I'm really
Marlon
excited for that.
Wayans.
Yep,
People
an
that-
ally
yeah.
right there.
Ally, yeah, he is.
Mm-hmm.
Hell yeah.
We love that guy. I am excited for that. In horror news, did you just hear what happened with Jordan Peele?
Yes.
Yeah.
That he like denounced this contract with Universal?
No. Okay. All I heard was that like
His fourth movie was
Yeah, it's gone.
So
It was
what
on
I
the-
heard was that his fourth movie, which was due out from Universal in 2026, was simply not going to happen in 2026. I didn't read anything about
That he
said fuck
took a
you and
contract.
it's no longer even happening. So what?
No, I think there's more that I need to investigate about this, but it was like literally I learned about this today. Apparently, it had something to do with the release of weapons. And there was some bidding stuff.
Didn't
that had
he? Yeah,
gone
didn't he
on.
lose the bidding?
He
for
lost
he
the
wanted
bidding,
to
which is
release weapons
it's
or something.
crazy because he wanted to release weapons through Monkey Paw, and Universal ended up taking it. Thing is Monkey Paw is through Universal.
Right.
He said, "I want to give this much money as a bid to get this movie," and Universal said, "Absolutely not. That's too much money," and then undercut his bid.
So okay, feels like mom and dad were undercutting, up
Yeah.
whatever.
So it's
So he kind of took his ball
Yeah.
and went home. Is
So-
what we're thinking.
I'll breaking news this later once I find out more about this. But breaking news! Yeah, I'm gonna dive more into this this developing story.
Speaking of, I'm also curious why.
Why are we on a news thing tonight? We keep doing that.
microphones? I'm curious. 'cause
Back to you, Joe.
if I'm not mistaken, isn't Chelsea Peretti and he married partners, correct? Right. And
I believe they're partners, yeah.
pretty sure she had her directorial debut this year, and like nobody heard of it, and it didn't have much of a release. I think it went like direct to like Roku TV, which nothing against Roku, but like for being just a celebrity in your own right, an accomplished writer, comedian,
Gina from
actor.
Brooklyn Nine-Nine.
Yeah, like just for being Gina in Brooklyn Nine-Nine, like I'm just shocked it didn't have more fanfare.
Yeah,
And
that is
and just
disappointing.
between that and this now, like the tension with Universal or whatever, it's.
I got
curious.
scared with like seeing that article, and I was like, "Oh my god, I hope Jordan Peele's not like mad at Zach Kreger." But then like reading
wouldn't
like the
wanna-
little bits that I saw, I was really hoping that like, okay, well maybe this goes back the other direction, and like Jordan Peele really wants Zach Kreger, and goes like, "All right, Zach, come on over to Monkey Paw." Me and you gotta talk, because if I could get Key and Peele, White as Kids You Know the movie, a horror movie, oh my god!
It is funny that they're both former comedians now making their forays into directing horror. I was going to say another connection with Jordan Peele is Dev Patel, because Jordan Peele famously like kind of helped rescue in the editing bay Dev Patel's directorial debut Monkey Man, which I loved.
I love that movie. It
And
was
now
so
he's
good.
got Rabbit Trap coming out.
Black and red movie poster supremacy.
For Monkey Man, yeah. And now a new animal title, Rabbit Trap.
Rabbit Trap.
Which we mentioned, but I think I saw like a teaser, but I don't remember the premise or anything. Do you have that available to you? Because I'm very curious. It's the last movie I'm excited about for this year before we move on to our kings, our Scream Kings. But
What exactly were you looking about? It's
premise.
it's giving very folky. It's a musician and her husband
That's
are in. It's like Wales, and I forget what it is, but like it feels witchy. It feels folky. It's very music forward.
it's like a couple goes to like a whatever cabin in the woods to get some peace and quiet so
Yeah.
he can write music, and then
They
shenanigans
disturb the
ensue.
nature around them and
Okay, cool. Yeah.
what ensues after.
I'm excited for that as well. So
There's a lot to look forward to the rest of this year.
Yeah.
And hopefully, like I said earlier in the episode, like if these movies have come out and you're watching the movie now, please tell us what you thought about them.
Yeah.
It's going to be fresh to us. So,
Art is subjective, and what we may like, you may hate, and vice versa, and that's okay.
it is okay.
Before we go to Kings, I just want to give a quick smooch to Good Boy, who also comes out the day of Shelby Oaks. I have my hopes. I'm just going to leave it at that.
speaking of exploitation. I wish this dog in this movie all the best. I hope you enjoy it when you see it.
Yes.
I refuse to subject myself. I won't.
Yeah, I will be gripping the chair for dear life.
Hi, I'm the chair.
Yeah, they're gonna have to reinforce the furniture.
Shit,
around your
yeah.
seat, man.
If we see that together,
If we
you're
do, yeah.
my name. Hi, I'm Chair.
Oh, man. Oh, God,
So,
I
yeah.
hope that's one of those releases where they're like, you know what, we're just going to lean into the idea of this movie, and we're going to put dogs all over the theater.
Emotional support dogs.
And
Much like
we're
Chelsea
gonna
Peretti's awesome sketch or stand-up comedy special.
and we're gonna put ghosts all throughout the theater.
Oh, no!
And fill the
They're gonna be
theater
barking
with
at
ghosts
walls.
and dogs.
Ghost dogs.
Ooh, ghost dogs in the theater would be pretty cool too.
So, are we ready to get into this?
Well,
Are we
speaking of golden retriever,
I was gonna say going from man's best friend to the best men.
let's get down with these dogs.
friend's best man.
We in the doghouse now.
Woof, woof.
Reported you live from the doghouse. We're still on the news thing.
You're on the news thing.
I am.
We clocked out.
No, we tried to segue and you brought it back to dogs, so now you can
did.
segue.
You know what? That's fair.
So have you ever seen a dog on a Segway? It looks something awful lot like this. Scream Kings.
God. Family Guy cut off or cut away.
All right, so last episode rather, we did our nominations for Scream Queens, and we're very excited to see where everybody lay in the hierarchy. It's not so much who wins, who loses; it's where do they rest in the beautiful tower chandelier of.
You're saying a ranking. I'm pretty sure you're talking about ranking the people.
No. No. I'm talking about beautiful towers of chandeliers and bones.
Bone Tower.
Bones are their money.
I'm riffing here, please. Come on. Throw me a goddamn lifeline.
I didn't find them in the ground.
I didn't put mine in a specific order. I'm holding out for I want to get the ones that I'm pretty sure neither of you bitches got.
Same.
I'm shooting first, and then the closer we get, I'm we're all gonna have the same at least one person, confidently two people. I know.
Sure.
But I think I'm comfortable with my set.
We'll kind of round table it. I have mine that I have a feeling that you guys didn't go for.
So much
Okay.
like the Scream Queens, we'll probably start with nominees, people who would fit into our Scream King,
Modern.
parameters.
Modern. We're not doing classics. We're
Oh, yeah,
not
'cause we'd be
doing
here all night.
legends. We're going for people that have, within the last 5 years, been in the cultural zeitgeist of horror movies. And I am suddenly an NPR announcer.
Again.
So yeah, we're gonna kind of just go through the list. I'm gonna start towards the bottom of my list because the bottom of my list is mostly the ones that I was like, you guys probably didn't think of these ones.
So when we say Scream Queens, everyone kind of knows that we, mean...
It's different from a final girl.
These are
It could be,
These
but
are
it doesn't
final
have to be.
dudes. These are guys that get tortured. These are dudes that show up in all the great movies. These are guys that's just present.
Yeah, I would say they don't even have to be the main character.
Synonymous with horror.
Yeah, you think
Acolytes, one might
you
say.
think of their name, you're like, oh yeah, boom, boom, boom.
But.
Ba, 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 ba.
Mamma mia.
I'll go ahead and kick things off with my 7 and 6. Ones that I think that you guys wouldn't have gone for. I'm gonna start out with Lakeith Stanfield.
Very good choice.
Lakeith Stanfield kind of stood out to me as he's done some more odd stuff. I know Sorry to Bother You, I don't think is within 5 years.
It's 2018? Question mark?
It's
Yep.
just on the outside.
It's the cusp. I'll allow it.
Boots
allow
Riley's amazing adaptation of his own hip hop group, The Coos. Incredible album of the same name, but taking it to whole new levels. And not only do we have insane, an awesome performance from Keith Stanfield, but also one of our favorite queens. I guess not really a scream queen, unfortunately, but one hell of a queen, Tessa Thompson. Holy cow! And isn't David Cross in that movie too?
I think that.
It's another pretty stacked cast,
It's a-
but
it's a pretty
hilarious
crazy-
and just
yeah.
so smart and so scathing and just amazing.
But I kind of gave him notice for I feel like Get
Out,
Out
of
was
course.
good enough that it kind of carried him through. But it's he was also in The Haunted Mansion, which shows that he's got comedy chops. He's got kid horror comedy.
It shows that he said yes to Disney money, which God bless, and I hope he is comfortable.
And then he's also got into some more pulpy stuff over the years as well with The Harder They Fall. Yes.
Not only that, but the same writer-director's follow-up, The Book of Clarence.
Yes.
Which was, along the same lines in terms of taking
something that people traditionally considered like a very like white genre, the Western with Harder They Fall, and now like the biblical epic with the Book of Clarence. But again, just like really funny, really like tight, like action thriller, but you're cracking up, but it's so smart, and it's just like really worth the price of admission of just like sitting through the 90 minutes or whatever it is. But Lakeith Stanfield delivering just another incredible performance. He's just known for being, I think, very like, I don't know, charismatic and drawing you in, but like he communicates a level of cool that I think is like fairly unparalleled in like just the modern landscape right now.
Absolutely.
And I would love to see more of it, but he's awesome.
He's also been starring in the Apple TV show The Changeling.
Oh, jeez. I don't even hear that.
Yeah, which it's a supernatural horror series, which is really cool. So I'm looking forward to the growth of him, and I really feel like he should have at least gotten a nod from me. My number 6 position would be Patrick Wilson.
My boy.
There's not much I can't say about him. Like, I mean, he's done the
it all.
Conjuring series, he's done the Insidious series, he's done writing, he's done directing, he's done Broadway, he's done music. He performed a song with Ghost for the last Insidious movie.
Yeah,
like,
he did.
If performing with like Sweden's most satanic band isn't cred enough, like, come on, man. Like,
Patrick Wilson, what a babe.
Similar in the sort of like work behind the camera as well as in front of the camera. I had a couple names that are like not huge nominees, but I feel like the real heads should recognize and appreciate mentioning Josh Rubin.
yes.
Who
Dropout TV's very own.
again another like comedian horror guy who has directed
Hard Eyes.
Hard Eyes this year, as well as Werewolves Within. Was that?
Yeah.
Yes, that was, I believe, his debut.
Starring Sam Richardson, who is also
love.
in
Detroiters, Veep, and
I think you should leave.
I think you should leave, of course.
And he gets paid in bones
Bones.
As we've been
and hot dogs.
referencing
Actually.
all night.
7 hot dogs.
But Josh Rubin is also the star of a pretty, very cool, interesting serial killer movie that I like a lot on Shudder right now called The Wooden Fawn from 2018.
Yes.
He was also co-starring in Scare Me in 2020 with Arya Cash. I don't think I'm saying that right, but I love her. She's awesome.
Aya Cash.
Aya Cash.
Also, might be that was his directing debut. Was Scare Me.
Oh, okay. And then I also just caught him in the Creep
Yes,
Tapes episode
yes.
Brad.
Creep Tapes.
That was a pretty good one. I
Yes.
like that it was about a director, like
Yeah.
had that meta quality.
Meta.
Very funny. But no,
Mark
so
Duplass really knows how to find him, man.
Josh Rubin is like a behind and in front of the camera guy, but I was also going to mention Larry Fessenden. Did you guys know of him before because I mean he's again I forget what he's directed, but he's like a writer, director, producer guy that was again much like Creep Tapes, Jay Duplass and the Duplass brothers. Like he was just like one of these like indie pioneers, like doing stuff and getting attention for it. But I think he was in, among other things, like a bit player in I don't know, like You're Next and a lot of other like indie early 2010s.
He was
horror type
actually
stuff.
He was the we talked about it earlier. I don't think he was the mocap model or the voice actor, but he was the stranger in Until Dawn.
Yes.
And
Also, he's going to be Grandpa in Good Boy.
And yup. He was also in things like Maxine.
Oh, he was. Yes. Look
Yeah,
at
so
that.
like he has a good amount of stuff.
Killers of the Flower Moon. Like he's
He's
done a lot of stuff.
Like one of our either top number 1 or 2 nominations. Like he is just, I think, one of these behind the scenes kind of horror mayors, like horror diplomat type figures that like, he's not like a household name, but like if you're in this stuff, if you're like, elbow deep in it like we are, like you should know his name.
Yeah, absolutely. I believe he directed Depraved, which was a crazy like.
You are correct. 2019.
Yeah, 2019. It was like a Frankenstein retelling. Like that shit was crazy cool.
And it's a red and black poster.
It sure is. It's a great poster. That is a
Yeah,
great
that is a really
poster.
great poster. I like that.
Yeah.
But that would kind of cover my like, not polite nominations, but like kind of like
Nods.
bottom of my list. And
Bottom.
then, like, moving forward, I
Got
have
him.
more people like mostly in front of the camera.
Right.
How sick that is. Isn't that cool? That's a good cover.
Great cheekbones. I've actually seen that before.
Yeah.
I forgot that I've seen that.
Seen it on Netflix, most likely.
It's IMDb. It's been on my list. It gets recommended a lot.
I'll shoot 2.
I was gonna say, I have like 5.
Yeah, I have 5 as well.
5 or
So I
6.
think 2, 2, 2, 2, and then we're all gonna say this.
Yeah, we're all
in
gonna
my
say this.
soul, I know this.
I feel it in my bones.
in
and I
my
feel
weak
it,
bones.
I feel it in my blood.
But I'll pick.
I have like 4 pretty boys, and then the 2 that I know we're all gonna say.
Yeah.
So,
So
you go
I'm
first.
a pick another pretty boy. 2 pretty boys actually.
2 pretty boys.
Wars.
Daniel Kaluuya.
That was
Since
my
you
number
spoke-
4. Yes.
It was so funny that we talked about Jordan Peele. We talked about Get Out and Nope, 2 bangers. I would love to see him continue to work with Jordan Peele
Absolutely.
on the eventual 4th movie somewhere in the cosmos. But
The 2 of them were also in not a horror movie, but Judas and the Black Messiah.
Yes.
Awesome movie. Is gonna make you so angry if you don't
He's-
already know the history of the Black Panther Party. But
Yeah, well, like with what we were saying about the Queens, it's like bright dark future. Like he has the ability to get into some crazy horror movies coming up,
and
I
he's
would
in a
love
lot
to
of
see it.
he's in a lot of shit already. He was
He's
in
a
Kick-Ass 2. He was in Black Panther. He was the voice of Ghost of Christmas Present in A Christmas Carol.
he's a big name that I'm surprised hasn't been busier lately. But
Absolutely.
he
was
think
in
he will
Hope.
be in more things.
He was Hobie in Across the Spider-Verse. That was
Yeah.
my favorite. That was Spider-Punk. Hell yeah, I
Absolutely.
loved it.
Those movies are so good.
Can't wait for that.
But yeah, I look forward to his future very, very, or with much joy and hope.
One of my early Pretty Boy nominations is Jack Quaid.
Another
He's
pretty boy.
really been making the rounds this year in particular with Companion and Novocaine, but previously he was kind of entering the foray of Scream Kings with the 22 Legacy sequel Scream. But he's also been in smaller stuff like Rampage with Dwayne Johnson, as you mentioned earlier, in 2018, Tragedy Girls in 2017. He's most famous probably for his role in The Boys, but he actually got his start, speaking of The Hunger Games, in the 2012 adaptation as Marvel, one of the careers.
So this sparked a memory in me because you remember.
I did mention this too. Yeah.
Yes, but you know what was funny about that?
So much, but tell me.
When it's one of those cosmic synchronizations. 'Cause you told me that,
I love this.
and then he got shot with the arrow on the screen. He's the one who kills Rue,
Yeah.
and like we discussed.
Who is
this.
Amanda Stenberg?
Yeah,
Just like as a baby, I just
That's wild. I never thought about that. Oh man.
We
Jack
had
Quaid
this
shot or
conversation.
killed Amanda Stenberg.
and then we take our order, and I look up, and it's Jennifer Lawrence turning around and shooting the
Getting
arrow
back,
back,
yeah.
and it's him dying. I'm like,
I don't even know if he has any lines, but like, yeah, that was.
It was
I'm just
probably like, it's not fair. You don't like me anymore.
and I was just like, oh, and I forgot to tell you then, but now that just sparked it again.
He looked at Jennifer Lawrence dead in the eye and said, "Don't you know where my dad is?"
Oh my god, stop.
His mother, famously, Meg Ryan. I did not have to look that up.
My other pick alongside Daniel, I'm gonna pick one that's I think he's like at least on the radar of everyone. Dan Stevens.
One of my pretty boys.
I know
so-
he's
Yes.
a big one for the two of you.
Oh yeah, huge.
Abigail was a banger.
man.
He did Abigail and Cuckoo in like the same time because he looked exactly the same.
2 2024s.
And like that's not a
Him as a
dig.
German, like, weird scientist.
Yeah.
Keep meaning to rewatch Cuckoo. It's on Hulu, and I loved it so much, and I've been.
That's gonna be a
forgetting to revisit
Halloween
it.
time rewatch.
Oh,
Yeah.
absolutely.
That's it's late. It's rainy.
Not too
Yo,
late.
that is rainy and late is
Yeah.
Not too late.
Like, no, sun just went down.
I need a night
Yeah,
light.
no, specifically post midnight. Like that's
Yeah.
a weird Euro flavored
yeah.
thing that should be post midnight in the AM.
I would
I'll
say
be
when the sun goes down.
I'm a scaredy cat.
Yes.
Y'all know that.
Yeah. It's
not
and like
even
Cuckoo,
about scares.
Cuckoo wasn't scary, but
That's
like
what
the
I'm saying, it was just
ambiance of
weird.
it, just and like I'm gonna sleep and I'm gonna imagine something just follow. I don't have a bike, but I'm gonna imagine someone's shadow is behind me on my bike.
Great trailers.
Yeah, oh yeah, not giving too much away.
But in addition to all that, he was also doing very well in.
Godzilla Kong.
I was gonna say he's a big. Well, he's
was
been
a
in a
horror
couple
movie, right?
Godzilla movies, right? He's got Godzilla.
It's a monster movie.
X Kong New Empire,
Creature
also
feature.
2024.
Featuring
The creature.
In 2027, he has Supernova. He had been in the Guillermo del Toro
2018
Netflix series Cabinet of Curiosities from 2022.
Loved.
2018's Apostle.
Yep, which I loved a lot.
Yeah.
The Rental in 2020.
And then we already talked about The Ritual earlier in here.
Right, yeah.
Can't forget The Ritual.
I first met him in The Guest in 2014. Really, really cool. Same writer-director as Your Next. I forgot that he was also in Colossal, the 2016 Jason Sudeikis, oh my god, my Long Island Queen, Anne Hathaway's sort of giant kaiju satire.
Yeah. She was like... I forget the premise of that, but I remember like she was moving and the monster was like...
I never watched that
very
movie,
good.
but I've definitely seen all of it because they use it for video behind stupid brain rot TikToks.
That's so funny.
That's a shame, because it's a very good movie. Dan Stevens was also the star of FX's Legion for 3 seasons.
Great show.
And then finally, I just think it's so funny that apparently one of his early movie roles was the 2012 movie with Alicia Silverstone and Kristen Ritter, Vamps. Which seems like something I really need to watch.
Yeah.
Really need to watch that.
Yeah.
Which, by the way, if lesbian vampires is your thing, I always forget the woman's name, but she directed like a series of these movies, and they're all on Shudder right now. But she was like a late 70s, erotic lesbian vampire lady.
Hell
You talking about Anne Rice again?
But Dan Stevens is an excellent nomination. I think in the same breath, you should really mention Nicholas Hoult, like another like pretty tall British man who is just a genre king in any respect, but specifically for horror.
Oh my god, Nosferatu.
He is Nosferatu. He's in
Warm
Nosferatu.
Bodies. The Menu.
The Menu. Like great acting in a thriller.
Garfield.
Yeah. Renfield, he was wonderful because it was like it showed that he had like comedy chops, like, and his work in The Great was fucking hilarious.
I love The Great.
He was so funny in that.
He's also the Chief War Boy in Fury Road.
Yep. All shiny and chrome.
Beast in the new X-Men movies.
Loved him as Beast. It was a great
Former
choice.
new X-Men movies.
Yeah.
And he's also...
Well, it's future past, so.
Tomato. Pocket tomato.
He is the only acceptable substitution that I'll take for Kelsey Grammer.
who's back, by the way. He's gonna now be the new old Beast. He's gonna be the next Beast you see.
Okay, next Beastie Man?
Next Beast.
Oh, so those together, would that make them the Beastie Boys?
No.
Last relevant horror role, I think, for Nicholas Hoult was just an early post-Skins, if I'm not mistaken, role of 2013's Warm Bodies.
Yes.
Yes.
As he
Fun
played,
zombie
he played the
rom-com.
fundamental R.
Yeah.
that
Oh, yeah, it's like a Romeo and Juliet
Yes.
kind of reason or whatever, right? My other pretty boy that I think we all have on our list is Bill Skarsgård.
Yes.
Who is the other
Bill's
Nosferatu.
up there for me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because this is someone who like would be not only like leading man and has done that side of things with like Barbarian and a couple other things, but much like Tony Todd or Robert Englund, he's been the monster. He's been the beast like in several things.
And I love that for him. We got him as Pennywise. We got him as Nosferatu.
In several things, by the way.
Yes. We
Welcome
got
to
him as,
Derry,
like-
Castle Rock, and
Yes, this
It.
is Silent Man in Castle Rock.
I was gonna say he wasn't Pennywise in Castle Rock, but
Yeah.
just another, just more Stephen
Yeah, he was
King.
the Silent Man in that. We also got him as one of the main characters in the Netflix drama Hemlock Grove, where he played a different kind of vampire. And god damn it, I love that show. Oh, if you were a vampire werewolf like Twilight kid, go watch Hemlock Grove because it's so much better. It's so much better. Thank me later. It's so much better.
He, though, is, again, like Dan Stevens, like Nicholas Hoult, like even Jack Quaid, like, not exclusive to horror. He's not just purely a horror boy. Like, I think we would like our Scream King,
He sits
to be.
comfortably there, but he does other stuff.
He has Nosferatu, he has It, he has Welcome to Derry, he has Barbarian, but then he has Villains, the Michael Monroe co-starring 2019 Kevin Bacon horror comedy. But then he's also like the villain in John Wick 4. He was, the hero of The Crow, I guess. He was the hero of Boy Kills World in 2023.
We don't talk about that. Yeah, Boy Kills World is good though. Yeah.
Well, it was a movie.
He played the Silent Man in that as well.
Another silent man, that's true. A silent boy, if you will.
Silent Boy.
Oh my god.
But then, did you guys have any others before our, big two?
Before our big two, I do have. Bill Skarsgård, Daniel Kaluuya, Patrick Wilson, Lakeith Stanfield, Ethan Hawke was up there
Oh,
for
yes.
me too.
Yeah.
he was.
Again, just like a
He's-
huge genre king, just like
And he's got this resurgence going on of being the bad guy recently, and I'm loving it.
and like a true scream king or queen, like he chases down the weird. Like he wants to cultivate that. Like
He's
you know,
doing the Nick Cage thing, but like going darker instead of lighter.
I mean, just because I don't know. I'm a big Ethan Hawke fan, and like I just think he can be so funny. But like he has
can
done
be,
he has
yes.
done Daybreakers,
Yes.
which is like more dark.
I do
or
love me some Daybreakers.
kind of
I loved him
humorless.
as the bad guy in Moon Knight. Like he was so good in that.
And that's a bit lighter or whatever.
The Purge.
The Purge. You also had him in Black Phone. We're getting him in Black Phone 2. He was also like the tortured soul
got a
in
million
the Bagul movies.
Sinister.
Yes.
Sinister, yeah.
The Bagul.
The Gabagool movies.
The
And he
Gabagool.
shows up and he's like, I'm in your TV. I'm in your movie theater. I'm gonna throw this family in a pool.
And he did. That was actually in the transcript. Like I read
so many cold
He
cuts.
didn't have a mouth, but he said that.
Yeah.
He's like, I'm the Gabagool.
I'm the Sinister.
I'm gonna run over you with a lawnmower.
Kid, kill your family for me. God.
Let us write the next one, please, and we'll act it out. It'll be great.
It'll be so great.
If you would like to see us do the movie,
Comment
please
below.
But I think the real crux of this conversation.
my other honor,
Oh, I'm
my
sorry.
other honorable. That he's not on my list, but an honorable Nick Cage. Nick Cage.
Yeah.
Nick Cage. It's tip of the hat. It's a wink and a nod. We also, me and you had talked about this before. Tony Todd, wink and a nod. We love that man.
That
I
was
did mention him
Legend.
in Robert Englund.
Yes. Yeah.
I will
yeah,
say
you're a
Robert
because
Englund.
that was my three
only-
and two, that was my 3 and 2 was Tony Todd and Robert Englund
The
because
only-
they had legacies back then with Candyman and Elm Street. They're currently still
Research.
going. Robert Englund has Pinocchio that's coming out. Take a guess. Take a wild guess. Who do you think he is in Pinocchio?
Geppetto.
He's the cricket.
Oh, I hate that.
And I love it. I
I don't want him being my conscience.
He is also in that weird horror puppet movie, Abruptio.
Yeah.
With Jordan Peele. And Jordan Peele's acting in it.
That's cool.
As well as Robert Englund. And, like, it's cool. It's weird. But,
It's
like,
so neat to see these legacy guys like Nick Cage, like Tony Todd, like Robert Englund. It's like, I was royalty. Kind of fell out a little bit.
I
and
still
then
am.
I still fucking got it.
between,
Kids, pick up your notepads.
between
I'm gonna show you
Tony,
shit you haven't seen before.
Between Tony and Robert, they have 300 movies.
Yeah.
Between them both. And, like, Tony had, it wasn't just Final Destination. It wasn't just Candyman. He had,
If it was an indie production.
Yeah, movies I've never even heard
Yeah,
of.
he's
Horror
in.
Noir, The Bunker, Stream, Werewolf Game. Obscure things. He just
That's
like,
what he was in Stream.
yeah. He's
Yeah.
like, let me get in on it. And like, that's rad. And like, the movies that he's still a part of that are going to be coming out, like, is post-mortem. But like, it's cool that he, like, till the end, he
Literally
enjoyed what he
to
did.
the end.
And fantastic.
Literally to the
him and
end.
Robert.
And
keep
Tony
going.
Todd, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
But yeah, those are my 2 and 3. So I'm good to go to where I think we're going.
Yeah, so I was gonna say I think like this conversation is really
Who
at
wants
the
to
end
rip
of
the
the day.
Band-Aid?
Yeah, so I guess first off we'll start out with the freshy boy, the newer boy, the younger boy, the pretty boy. I think he's got a goatee right now.
Yeah, he does.
He's somewhat local. He's
Oh,
cool.
yeah, he
He's
is.
cool in everything that he does. We love him so much. We've talked about him a million times. We're of course talking about. We'll do it on 3. 1.
If I know how to pronounce his last name.
1, 2, 3.
Kyle Gallner.
Yes. Yeah.
Slay.
Yeah, no, absolutely. He has been one of those guys that is like foot in the door since day one. Jennifer's body, just, he shows up in everything. Yeah, he was
Haunting Connecticut.
child number 5 with headphones on the plane or some shit, right?
So-and-so's brother or something.
Yeah,
like that.
headphone kid's brother.
I was first introduced to him as an important key player, but like a part of the ensemble of Veronica Mars.
Yeah.
Very cool, TV show for fans of like young detective noir types.
He can be funny. He can be scary.
He has amazing comedic timing. He has amazing performance, like screen presence, or like I think what I would call like an awareness of his presence.
He's a generous scene partner too, because I really feel like whoever's in a one-on-one scene with him, both of them shine. He finds a way for both of sides to shine.
One of the best examples of that might be 2023's Strange Darling, which I think was kind of the thing that might have kind of made sure that like
solidified.
Well, I think specifically for like indie horror heads, like that was when they were like, oh shit, that was his kind of like leading
He
man.
can fucking throw down.
Talk about like having to throw down with your co-lead in like a taut, super cleverly structured mystery thriller that like is playing with serial killer horror elements. But like that was really awesome. But then like the bigger, broader kind of more mainstream things that people might know him from more recently is of course like Smiles 1 and 2 from 22 and 24. Also in 2022 was the Scream reboot that he has a small appearance in, but nonetheless, he also has smaller productions like 2019's The Cleansing Hour, which is very popular on Shudder. And then earlier you have things, kind of post his earlier work, like with Jennifer's Body, the Nightmare on Elm Street remake from 2010, as well as Kevin Smith's 2011 Red State.
Quentin. Yeah.
He's got cred. He has the chops, and he has the capability of doing some really cool stuff moving forward.
I just think he's an indie talent that like absolutely deserves bigger, wider recognition, praise. Someone who I just think like with the right role is gonna like I don't know, knock it out of the park.
Yeah, he's one of those ones that the moment that he gets the role, like that role, he's gone.
And now that
he's big time.
And now that I understand this is like coming out after a Scream Queens episode, we can say, which I think we even mentioned earlier, but the movie him and Samara Weaving,
Caroline,
who I think I want to be like my Scream Queen, officially, as far as our episode goes. Like the fact that they're doing something together is insane. Like, what was it called? Was it
Caroline?
Right. And do we know anything about it?
Just everything is.
I don't need
everything.
I don't need to know anything. It's just two of them.
Dinner in America director.
Oh, that's right.
So he's working with the same team again.
Which that I'm a little honestly like. I liked Dinner in America at the end of the day. When I was watching it, I was really like I was
on the fence for a while of that movie, and I was like, I'm going to keep watching. But why did you keep watching?
Well, I mean, the writers. I mean,
you kept watching because Kyle Gallner was fucking delivering in every goddamn scene he was in.
As was his co-lead.
Because he's a generous scene partner.
I think it was a really, I don't know, like, not to get into it at the end of this now, but like, Dinner in America, I think was like just an interesting movie, kind of in a post-SLC punk way. That kind of took a minute to like cohere and like get its momentum, but like once like halfway through, you kind of like understand where it's going and like what it's leading towards. You feel that momentum and that trajectory, but also the characters are like really well constructed. And again, it's like borderline like what the shit was going on. But like eventually, I think the actors and their performances really help sell like what is eventually this incredibly sweet love story that just like really took me by surprise when I watched it. But
I would listen to John Q. Public's band any day of the week.
It helped that original song was a banger. But yeah, Kyle Gallner, extremely strong candidate. Is there anything else we wanted to say before we mentioned our other top tier Scream King nominee?
Our final king.
Our boy.
I think I'm ready. I'm ready.
This is one I'm like, yeah.
This is the one that we say with our full chest.
The other mayor of Halloween Town.
Exception. Yeah. 1, 2, 3.
David Dastmalchian.
That man.
He is
that
so spooky.
Talented man. That
He's
spooky
so spooky.
goth man.
Talk about cultivating like horror diplomat status. Like this is a talking head go-to. This is someone that people recognize as an authority.
It's another one of the ambassadors of the genre.
Ambassador. That's really the word I was looking for.
He literally reaches the hand out and goes, "Hey, welcome. It's not that bad here."
So the
it's a comforting face to bring you into such an uncomfortable place.
It's just a joy. Like, not to say that this is like a prerequisite, but like when I watch documentaries, when I see all the horror stuff, when I see Boulet Brothers Dragula, and he's on all of those things, I'm like, you know what? Like you said, he's an ambassador. I see his face. I know, you know.
can't help but associate the two things.
Yeah, horror and David.
He's new age like Lon Chaney. He's new age Vincent Price.
So we're saying all this because he's the host of Grave Conversations, which is like a horror talk show conducted
in a
in a
coffin.
casket. Yeah.
Yes.
He's also appeared as Dr. Fearless on the Sven Gulli program. He's also hosted several episodes of I forget what his Dr. Fearless show is called, but he's got that as well.
So many things. Like, if we want to go like way back, The Dark Knight.
I think that was like the first kind of big thing.
Commanded the screen for the 5 minutes that he was on. Like, he played crazy so well.
And like
crazy
so many
well.
other things. He was in the suit. Like
he then made a great impression on Christopher Nolan and continued to be in I think other movies of his as well as Denis Villeneuve's. So just like to mention the two like huge directors that he's like clearly buddy with at this point, which is just like again another feather in his hat for being like a man of Hollywood, like a man of the scene.
Yeah,
like
big for big
fixture in
budget
that community.
Shooting. Like he was also in like the Suicide Squad as the Polka Dot Man. Like that's a big claim to be able to grab.
He's got a lot of genre work that isn't like exclusively horror, but like he was one of
Dune.
the
what else? Ant-Man and the Wasp.
Yeah.
But then like what came first, the chicken or the egg? I think it was Late Night with the Devil. Yeah.
Yeah.
Late Night with the Devil came first.
What are you talking about first?
In my brain, I was trying to list what movies I was going to talk about. Like, I wanted to have it in order. So there was Late Night, there was Boogeyman, there was Last Voyage, there was Afraid.
So you're saying backwards chronological order.
Yeah, like, so like his old, like, in recent times. So last year, it was, 2 years ago? Last year. Time is an illusion.
Yeah.
Beginning of the year was Late Night with the Devil, and then he had Boogeyman with what is her
Sophie
name?
Thatcher. How
Sophie
dare you?
Thatcher. I didn't want to ruin the.
He wanted to let you finish that.
I'm gonna say my other Scream Queen.
Yeah, with Sophie Thatcher, and again, he's on there for 5 minutes, but it's a captivating performance. Last Voyage of the Demeter, more meat to it.
Yeah. Not even a main character for that story, and it was like,
Yeah.
oh, bring him back! I love him.
Afraid.
He hung out
was
with Dracula. It's on record.
did.
Clock. Afraid was a movie.
I still haven't seen it. But
Life of Chuck, not a horror movie, but
Yeah,
it's,
again working with what was that, Mike Flanagan, right?
Yes, but like again, it's in
Which
that,
like Mike
it's
Flanagan, horror royalty.
Yeah,
right?
and like
Huge horror
the
guy,
ensemble cast is a shit ton of horror people.
Ooh, dude, can we get like Kate Segal and David Dastmalchian in a movie together?
I mean, they've already done like Shudder Talking Head production things.
Mike
Shudder
Flanagan, make it
Friends.
happen, please.
But yeah, then also there was Rosario, or this year.
This year is Rosario, yeah.
And then Dust Bunny at the end of the year, and then
He also did Killbot, which came out this year.
Yes.
Which is sci-fi horror! Full circle, baby.
oh damn,
Yeah.
come on, Ouroboros. And then also recently, the Dexter
Yes, he's
TV series.
Yes, he's on the new Dexter TV series. Like, he is a man of horror. He is a man of acting. He's a man of cred, commanding presence on screen. The darkest of bright futures for him. Like, he is not. You can't convince me that he's not going to continue doing horror. This man, I just found out on last podcast on the left did a thing with him where they put out a Spooky Sounds CD together. They made a Spooky Sounds Halloween CD. Like, what?
I kind of need it.
It's so cool. It's like this man is like, he's OG goth, and like we're not even getting into his like red carpet premiere outfits, which I know Joe is.
I was gonna say
You have an affinity for.
if fashion is a dimension of our ranking process here, like, dude's got an edge. Just saying, he knows how to rock a fucking collar.
And like literally any time that he's been interviewed for anything, he's so eloquent. He was a fan of this genre well before getting into it.
So like we mentioned, like, you know, directors and people who
know,
are,
I
you know,
turned into a
producers
devil
and
just
writers and other folks that know how to like
move horror productions not just as like acting in front of the camera, right? But like Scream Kings, if it's a reflection of Scream Queens, like this was usually performers, right? The final girls or just like anyone that was like a horror fixture. But what I think David's Dalmatian would like have an edge over, besides his fashion sense, besides like some of the more like technical craftsmen and directors that are on this list, I think his ability to like speak eloquently and be like a bit of a historian of the genre and be that sort of like, that's when I mentioned earlier, like he's kind of an authority. Like people now go to him as like an ambassador, but also as an academic, as like a librarian, as just like a
comic book nerd,
a wizened old, like
he's
what I aspire to be.
A sage, yes.
Yeah, truly. Yeah.
Yes.
No, and I think that's something that really, if we're defining what Scream Kings should be moving forward, I don't know, that feels like a big part of it for me. In addition to like the chasing down and cultivating of like that, that dark aura type
It's a very multifaceted thing. Like we're definitely not coming into this being like so streamlined about it. Like I feel like everybody brings something very important to the table, which is why I didn't want to call it ranking, because they're all special in some way.
They're all part of the chandelier.
Yes, the beautiful bone tower that we are creating.
Bone Tower.
Bone tower.
You've been listening to the Scream Kings Bone Tower. Climb on up.
Every king needs a tower. This one's unfortunately made of bones.
I'm a little scared and a little.
You should be.
Now we will announce the winners.
The final order
of our Scream Queen and Scream King rankings, in addition to several other accolades on our upcoming Halloween episode.
Ooh. Halloween!
In which we will, distribute our Podcast Downstairs awards.
Yes.
We don't know what they may or may not be
There are
called.
accolades that need to be presented to people in orders unbeknownst to us at this very moment.
But we're excited to celebrate the holiday of holidays down here, Halloween.
There may be some guests. There may be some scary things. Some sacrifices. There's definitely going to be some tricks. There's going to be some treats. You're looking at a couple of snags right now.
I was like, I don't want to say it. And then you took the intrusive thought and said, I will. And I'm happy for that. I'm glad you let me keep the Banjo-Kazooie intrusive thought, because that one was important.
That was fantastic. But if you're looking forward to more of this unhinged behavior, this funny, weird, out there, odd stuff, like I said, this is episode 10. This is a very exciting time for us, so please let us know what you think. It'd be cool to hear from you, the viewer.
What do you want us to talk about? Is there specific stuff you want us to dive into,
Are you excited for Halloween? Like, I don't know if you're actually excited for our Halloween episode, because it could actually be pretty cool.
Yeah, it can be very slay.
Yeah. Well, I think that'll about do it for us at the Podcast Downstairs. You can find us wherever your podcasts are available. You can also find us on YouTube, Instagram, and TikTok. I learned how to say it finally. Be sure to like, comment, subscribe, all of that fun stuff. I want to thank our producer and tech wizard, Don, and Not Great Entertainment for all of the help with setting up the pod. Yeah. He's somewhere locked down here. I don't know. There's many rooms. It's like a labyrinth.
Point to the sticker. Don't make me grab it.
There. There. Over there. Yeah, there.
There you
go. We're doing great. We will see you later, and until then, stay out of the basement.